Hi, my name is Katherine Asaro, and I'm a senior staff attorney at the North Carolina Pro Bono Resource Center. I am in charge of our Disaster Legal Services program. Today, I would like to take some time to talk with you about important papers and documents to have in order in case of an emergency. This is an effort to prepare you and your loved ones in case a natural disaster or any type of emergency situation arises. No one ever plans to have their belongings or home destroyed by a forest fire or hurricane, but it happens, and Hurricane Florence impacted us right here in North Carolina. So today, we will discuss some simple planning and organization that can make all the difference in an emergency. For this presentation, I'm going to focus on 5 different types of documents you should keep updated and have a copy of somewhere that is not your home. The 5 categories are your emergency contact, personal credentials, property documents, medical statements, and financial statements. First, your emergency contact. By nature, emergencies are unpredictable. On a daily basis, you could be late to pick up your child from school due to a run-on meeting or getting stuck in traffic, or you could be traveling for work and not have available what you need to support your elderly parent if something should occur in their home. In the case of a large-scale disaster, there's no telling what the conditions will be for your community, your family, or for you personally. Roads could be blocked, bridges could be down, and overall damage could prevent you from reuniting with your loved ones for hours or in some cases, days. Because of this unpredictability, it is extremely important to keep a list of your emergency contacts updated and in several places where it is easily accessible to you and anyone else who might need it. Examples of these contacts are everyone in your household, your neighbors, relatives that you engage with frequently, doctors and other important healthcare providers, and your insurance agent. These are a few examples of the contacts you should keep, and you should include their name, address, phone number, and email. We suggest keeping the list in your phone, on your computer if you have one, and printed copies in both your home and your car, and then somewhere else safe. Lists like these are helpful every day and can be lifesavers if there is an emergency and you need to contact someone quickly. It's very important that you keep this updated and current. The next set of documents are your personal credentials. These are the documents that both prove who you are and what you're allowed to do, like drive. Why are they crucial? If you're involved in a natural disaster that is bad enough to destroy your home, all of these documents most likely will be destroyed along with it. To restart your life or apply for any kind of aid or to do pretty much anything at all, you will be at the mercy of the office that issued these documents to you to get copies. Having a copy of your own will help you be ahead of the curve as you get reestablished somewhere else. These personal credentials include your birth certificate, your social security card, your driver's license, credit cards, and other important documentation. Please make sure that you make a copy of both the front and back. The next set of documents are your property documents. Property records are legal documents or paperwork that contain vital information about real property or land. This includes the documents that show your ownership or your right to your home and your car. And they also include the related insurance documents. Like with your personal credentials, if your home or car or both are destroyed in a natural disaster, having copies of the documentation will make replacing these valuables so much easier. The next category is your medical statement. Much of what a doctor relies on to make an accurate diagnosis and recommendation about the right treatment for you comes from the information in your medical records. It is extremely important that you keep these updated and complete. So like the other information and documentation we have discussed, keeping your medical records and healthcare records in order and accessible to you is vital so that you, your family, and loved ones get the best care possible when and if a disaster strikes. Example of these medical documents are your health insurance cards, prescription records, healthcare documents like a power of attorney and living will, and a written personal health history. The last one, the written personal health history, is extremely important if you have any sort of chronic situation and might be in the unfortunate place where you are not able to tell your doctor your health history yourself, it is extremely important that you have it written down and that it is updated. The final category we'll talk about today are your financial statements. In a nutshell, you need to keep a record of where all your money is. People identify and prepare key documents long before a calamity strikes can avoid unnecessary damage to their personal finances in the aftermath of a fire, flood, hurricane, or other natural disaster. If you need to evacuate, it is essential you have your financial information ready to go, especially if you need to flee with just an overnight bag, which happened to people in Hurricane Florence. At a time like that, you shouldn't be thinking about documents. You should be thinking about your safety. The goal of today's presentation is to encourage you to check to see if you have these documents. If you do not, replace any that are missing now before you need them, and then organize them. Keep a set in your home and a set somewhere else that is safe and secure. Fumbling through files for important papers can be frustrating, but when an emergency strikes, trying to gather up all these documents can be downright frightening and/or impossible. Having these documents in order is a key step in disaster preparedness and peace of mind. Thank you for taking the time to listen today, and my contact information is on this slide. Please feel free to reach out if you need anything at all. Thank you, and stay safe and healthy.